Good morning, everyone, and you join me here at Marmansk shipyard, which is Dar el Salam, the Marmatian capital, and where the bottle class Marmatian mini sub is being constructed. Now, the bottle class submarine has grown slightly. This is the Type 23 U-boat, which was a late German World War II electro boat, and that was about 35 meters long. The Type 212 U-boat, which has now been allowed to stay above the dresser, on the top of the dresser, is 56 meters long. So this it is a mini sub by all accounts and purposes, but it is a lot more advanced and a lot larger than the Type 23. As you can see, the whole diameter is bigger, which is good, because inside here you've got the pressure hull, and then you've got the forward ballast tanks, you'd have the rear ballast tanks, engine compartment, batteries underfloor, control compartment and rest area, and then torpedoes at the front. So whereas the Type 23 could only carry two torpedoes, which are externally loaded, I reckon this can have four torpedoes, externally loaded for simplicity. Just tips the bow up, and it's actually probably going to be able to take 12 people. So it's a big advance on the Iranian Ghadir class mini sub. It's a lot more comprehensive, a lot more capable. Now, the issue I'm having, and the Marmansk shipyard is having, is how do I end the submarine? So I'm waiting for more filler because I've used all my filler, and I've got two options. I can either give it a German knife tail, like the Type 23. This is called a knife tail, so it tails to what they call the point of a knife, and that's a tail like this, where the propeller, which would sit here, sits inside the tail assembly. Now, that's good because these are coastal submarines, so you don't want the tails colliding with stuff, and that's where the Type 212A submarine is very good, because that has the X rear tail, which means that it's all within the diameter of the submarine, so you don't have it crashing around. Now, mine is slightly different. These are the front dive planes, which are attached to the sail of the submarine. This is often called a conning tower. It's not. It's a sail, or a fin. That's what it's called. And my initial option was to go for a triplane arrangement, which I've never seen on a submarine. So the triplane has one dive plane here, the rear dive plane here, and then it has what would be the rudder at the top, and then on the other side you've obviously got the other part of the tri. Now, I quite like that arrangement because it's funky and no one's done it before, and it would look like this. So all I'd need to do is fill this off, taper it over the ping pong ball. However, the issue with that is that the rudder, which is here in a triplane arrangement, only gets effective when it is underwater. So if you are on the surface, you are literally using the dive plane, the rear dive planes, the hydroplanes like this, one up, one down, to turn. So probably not as effective in rudder control, and that's why Marmansk shipbuilders are going to throw it open to a poll. Should I go for a knife arrangement, or should I continue with my never seen before in a submarine, and I probably know why, triplane arrangement? So the triplane arrangement, rudder on the top, and then your two dive planes here, and they would have to turn against each other to give you your authority on the surface. Now, the good thing about submarines is they're not really meant to be surface vessels now. They are true submersibles, because the snorkel here means that this will be able to go up to snorkel depth, doesn't have to break the surface, and it can recharge its batteries using its diesel motor there. Now, it's not AIP, air independent propulsion, so it will only have a week max under the surface. 12 crew, more than the Iranian Gdir class submarine, which is 7, but much better living conditions because of its size. However, compared to the Type 212A, which can spend 3 weeks without needing to snorkel, and has a 12-week endurance, we're talking of a week max here. So I'll throw it out to a poll, but the options again are the knife tail or the never seen before in a submarine tri-tail. Let me know what you think. And that's all from Marmansk. Take care. Goodbye.